Obviously, if you're playing Apex Legends on a controller, you're probably like me and you don't want to be nerfed to the ground, right? You don't want to wake up one day and just have Respawn decide for you that your input is just simply too powerful and they're going to need to nerf it down. Well, today we are talking about why obviously they are going to do this eventually. They've already admitted that. And then also big Apex Legends YouTuber and his hot take on why this has happened all to begin with. It's funny because everybody has their opinion. Everybody says, I think aim assist is OP because of this, or it's not OP because of this. But this is a take I don't think we've really talked about much. And is there a different reason that aim assist feels so powerful to some people that we have not talked about yet? Obviously, having the right information on why these things happen could be a better indication as to how to fix the problem to begin with, rather than just like nerfing it willy-nilly. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends news related and what's going on in the drama world as well. And of course, let's go ahead and dive right into this one. First thing I wanted to make mention of, someone did make a brand new idea for getting rezzed and how you have such a lack of loot whenever you do get revived. So as you can see, this guy on Reddit, his idea, which I thought was pretty good, his name is Wing6781, says that if you get respawned in round 1, you should get a P2020 with 60 ammo stack, a grenade, 2 cells, 2 syringes, a shield battery, and a med kit as well. And then after round 2, it should be an RE45 with an arc star, and then shield cell, and then syringe, bat, heat shield, all that stuff. And I think this would be a nice little step up because it would be something viable still. You could do something. An RE45 round 2 is not the end of the world. You could definitely, like, you know, rat your way to get a 1 clip or something. But I do like this idea overall, but it might be a little bit too overpowered. Interested to see if you guys think that that is something that they should add, or if you think it is way too strong as well. Now for the main topic, what I wanted to make mention of, this was coming from Gaming Merchant, popular Apex Legends YouTuber, with a hot take about controllers. I know we have beat this dead horse literally to no end, but this was a new perspective, a new way of looking at this that I don't think I've really heard this argument ever when it comes to aim assist and why it may be too strong, why controllers are so good. And then also don't forget, Apex Legends is actually themselves, Respawn, given a little bit of insight as to what they are looking to do with the controller input, because yes, if you have not heard already, it at some point will be nerfed. So Gaming Merchant basically starts it off like this: Apex Legends hot take, the reason that controller players have become so strong is actually because the movement has evolved so much that it's extremely difficult to aim with mouse and keyboard consistently against higher level movement without thousands of hours of practice. It's just easier to use aim assist against these higher level strafes and movements. And then basically saying, I've gone through old Apex footage before 2021. The best movement that players were doing back then were just basic strafes or crouch strafes or no lurking and no anything. And basically it was just a bunch of wall bouncing also, which made every mouse and keyboard player look like they had god tier aim and tracking, because that's just what the standard was back then. But I think the issue, he says, for most mouse and keyboard players is that basically is they moved a controller because whilst their M and K aim gets better over time, the average player's movement ability is evolving faster than most players' aim can keep up with. I don't think that the answer is to nerf movement by any means, and I would hate for that to happen to them, but it is interesting to think that the real reason for controller being so strong could only possibly be because people have gotten so good with movement. That is a very viable take. Now, of course, a lot of people in the comments did not agree. They think it's because, you know, people like Hundreds, a professional coach, says that basically it's because of visual clutter and crowd control abilities and all these other things as well, saying that that's why that it's a little bit harder to track for mouse and keyboard. And I think that's also very fair. But I got to be honest, I do think that controller players are pulling off mouse and keyboard type movement from years ago. Obviously, we know more often than not, it's controller players that are a little bit behind on the movement spectrum. But like I said, if you compare the movement from 2021 or 2020, 2019 compared to what we have now for controller players, they've gotten a lot better. And of course, mouse and keyboard is only going to get harder as the movement gets better, since all of their input is completely raw aim. And of course, controller, as we know, does have that infamous aim assist. Now, don't forget, just before you give your opinion, and of course I have my opinion as well, this isn't necessarily to say that this guy is right or maybe he's wrong. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say, but don't forget that Respawn themselves have already said and agreed to and admitted that they are looking to change aim assist or the controller input to some degree, with the esports.gg article saying this at the beginning of season 18. We're definitely looking into aim assist, they say. We don't have any changes to make at this specific time, but it is something that we definitely want to address. I think it has become apparent that the reason the SMG meta is the way that it is because of controller. And as a controller player myself, I gotta be honest, I definitely abuse the SMGs because it is just way too easy up close. But they did say it was very technically challenging to make adjustments in the aim assist algorithm, and it isn't just as simple as lowering the slide tuner of aim assist down to the current 0.4 value or something else. Also shared that the reason they're a little bit more hesitant to bring a controller nerf too soon is because they said if you saw the amount of code behind every trigger pull, it would probably blow your mind a little bit. In addition, it was explained how long a change to something so fundamental personnel takes to progress through a live game. There was an implication, they say, from Respawn that there are some changes that they are already working on. So it seems like Respawn has already narrowed the avenue that they want to nerf for controller, but they have not said exactly what that is. But they also said they're not yet at a stage where Respawn feel comfortable pushing them out to the public yet. So don't worry, obviously that's why the nerf is not coming necessarily anytime soon, but it is coming at some point. So what exactly are they going to do? Is Gaming Merchant right? Is it because the movement has gotten too good? Is that the avenue that they're taking? I highly doubt that they're going to nerf movement in order to fix the whole controller aim assist thing, but just interested to see, because obviously at this point it's no longer a discussion. It's no longer doesn't need to be nerfed. It is getting nerfed. So interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Of course, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends news, all things the Apex Legends updates, all things Apex Legends drama within this whole realm of possibility of changes that could take place, responses from the devs, literally anything, you name it, we do it over here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to click this video right on screen now. From our editor Novell, who makes great Apex content, and until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.